What is up, Mentees? The Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, and today I'm going to be talking about the collected editions that are coming out in August. Omnibuses, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, what's up, Strider, and manga. So, please stay tuned. And welcome back, Mentees. Now, before I get started, here's a quick word from our sponsor. This episode is sponsored by cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off the cover price. Cheap Graphic Novels prides itself on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as prompt and helpful service. And check out their bargain bin for even greater deals up to 90% off cover price. And for you Mentees, Cheap Graphic Novels is running a special promotion. If you're a first-time customer, let them know you were referred by Near Mint Condition at the checkout, and you'll receive a credit for free shipping on your next order. Now, this is only for U.S. customers. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discounts, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. Now, by now, you should know how I normally do this. I go through Marvel, DC, then Manga, and then some of the others like Dark Horse, IDW, and Boom, and Image. But this is, again, my list, and I would love to know what you all are picking up in August. So, here we go. Kicking it off on the week of the 7th, we have the Golden Age Marvel Comics Omnibus Volume 1. It's getting a reprint, and it's going to have the classic cover, so this one here. The original one had the Alex Ross cover too, had 2 covers. So this Omni collects Marvel Comics 1, and then when it changes the title over to Marvel Mystery Comics issues 2 through 12. And the retail price of this one is $150, just like most of their Golden Age stuff has been lately. Kirby returns Kirby Size. Marvel Comics number 1, 80th edition hardcover. It's pretty interesting that they're doing that as well as the Omnibus on the same week. Because I think this just collects Human Torch 1, Marvel Comics 1, Saga of the Human Torch, that's what it is, Marvel 0, and Marvel Comics 1. And let's see what else comes out this week. And we have Art of Conan, the Barbarian, I love that cover. Champions by Jim Zub. War of the Realms, Giant Man. Old Man Quill, Volume 1, Nobody's Fault But My Own. I love that title. Star Wars Age of Rebellion Heroes. Star Wars Legends Epic Collection, the original Marvel Years, Volume 4. Somebody was asking me in the comments if I think that this is what they're going to do with the Conan books, and I think, yeah, after the Omnis have been around for a while, I think Marvel will go back and put them in Epic format. I don't see why they wouldn't. For DC, we have Joker, the Bronze Age Omnibus, and let's make sure that that one hasn't been canceled yet. Again, all dates are subject to change, just in case. And Aquaman Volume 1, Unspoken Water. Batman, Death of the Family. This is the DC Essential line. This is what I thought they were going to do with kind of like DC's version of the Epic Collection, but Justice, Deluxe Edition. Keep an eye on the channel because I'm going to talk about the future, or what my thoughts are on the future of the DC Rebirth Deluxe Edition line. Well, I guess they're not really Rebirth, but Deluxe Editions. Powers Book 6, this is a new edition. Scooby-Doo Team Up Doomed, and Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka, Volume 3. This finishes out the pre-Infinite Crisis run in collecting Wonder Woman 218 to 226, Blackest Night, Wonder Woman 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we're looking at manga. We have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Volume 2, Part 4. Or, I'm sorry, Part 4, Volume 2. That's kind of confusing. My Hero Academia Smash. I believe this is a new line. It's definitely not the same creator. One Piece Volume 91. Getting ready to hit that 100 mark here in about a year, I say. One Punch Man Volume 17. Tales of Wedding Rings Volume 7. And they say manga isn't for everyone. Eh? Right? I don't know what the hell that is, but I'm in. Let's see. Dark Horse has this Snow Glass Apples. This is based on a short story by Neil Gaiman. Actually, The Astonishing Melanie is going to review it on the show soon. That should be out sometime early next week. But that's Dark Horse. Walking Dead Volume 32. Eclipse number 4. Clive Barker, The Great and Secret Show, Deluxe Edition Trade Paperback. Isabella. This is the first hardcover. It collects all 3 books of the French comic books in one hardcover. Drulet, The Knight. I hope I'm saying his name right. His artwork is freaking amazing. And this is a hardcover by Titan Comics. John Byrne, Fantastic Four Artist Select hardcover. Aliens Resistance. And Robotech. If you haven't been reading Robotech and were a fan of that show growing up, this series is actually really cool because it spins on the story that you're familiar with a little bit. And I've been enjoying these. And this is Volume 5, Showdown. Moving on to the week of the 14th, we have another omnibus. This is the Marvel Masters of Suspense, the Lee and Ditko Omnibus, Volume 1. Now, that looks to have just one cover. And what this collects is, it's kind of all over the place. Journey into Mystery 33. This is, let's see what it is. This is from Ditko's first Marvel work in 1956 to his last 5-page masterpiece. So collecting material from Journey to Mystery 33, 38, 50 through 73. Strange Tales 46, 50, 67, 91. Tales to Astonish 1 through 26. Again, just material, not the whole thing. Tales of Suspense 1 through 15, 17 through 24. Strange Worlds 1 through 5. World of Fantasy 16 through 19. Amazing Adventures 1 through 6. Journey into Unknown Worlds 45 and 51. Mystery Tales 40, 45, and 47. Two Gun Western number 4. World of Suspense number 2. Marvel Tales 147. Spellbound 29. Strange Tales of the Unusual number 5. Astonishing 53. World of Mystery 3 and 6. Battle 63 and Gunsmoke Western 66. This one only retails for $100. Oh man, that's a lot of stuff. I mean, like I said, they're probably little short stories, but I'd love to read that. That looks really, really interesting. I don't know. I've been, ever since I got the Namor, sorry, thank you for telling me how you all pronounce it. I've been on a little Golden Age kick trying to find this older stuff. Miss Marvel Volume 5, which I did an overview here on the channel. Marvel Monograph, The Art of Adi Granov. Decades, the Marvel in the early 2010s, Legends and Legacy. War of the Realms trade paperback. Now, I'll on the channel, I'll probably do a first look at on some of these trades if I get them from Marvel. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. That's the new run by Donny Cates. S Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Amazing Spider-Man The Hunted. That should be a really thick trade paperback. Mr. and Mrs. X Volume 2. X-Men Epic Collection, Dissolution and Rebirth. And the Marvel 80th Anniversary poster book. From DC, we have Batman and Ninja Turtles 2. Hopefully there will be an omnibus of this one day. Hitman's Greatest Hits. You know, because who needs an omnibus of Hitman or complete collections of them? Justice League of America, Last Survivors of Earth, trade paperback. Sideways, Volume 2. Rifts and Revelations. Suicide Squad, Volume 8. And Wonder Woman Golden Age, Volume 3, trade paperback. No new deluxe or, yeah, any Rebirth deluxes. Yeah, kind of sad to see that. Attack on Titan 28. I had no idea that series was still ongoing so strong. Emanon, Volume 2. This looks beautiful. It's Kenji Surata. It's the same artist that did Wandering Island. So I hope to do a first view here, or just kind of a look at that. It looks really pretty. Full Metal Alchemist, Full Metal Edition, Volume 6. It's the hardcovers. Probably need to jump on those. I love that they do a box set, Viz. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Say no more. All right. Then we have Charlie Chan, 1938. This is the LOAC Essentials, Volume 13. EC Archives, Crime Suspense Stories, Volume 4. Savage Dragon, God bless Eric Larson, still kicking ass on that line. Savage Dragon, City Under Siege. Marvel Action Avengers, The Ruby Egress, trade paperback. Borgias, not sure how to pronounce it, is getting a trade paperback edition. And that's been released in hardcover and long out of print. Godzilla, Comp Rulers of the Earth, trade paperback, Volume 2. Is that the Complete Rulers of the Earth? Is that what that stands for? Robotech Archives, The Sentinels, trade paperback, Volume 1. That is the follow-up to the Robotech Macross saga in America. That's another story if you're not familiar with what they did. And TMNT Urban Legends, trade paperback, Volume 1. This, I thought, had been coming out for a long time. This is the Image years of Ninja Turtles, so really excited to read these. I got like the first issue just for nostalgia, and I never got the rest of the series. And I think they're going to finish out that run that they did not get to finish, so that's really exciting. Now is a good time to remind you that we are on Patreon. If you enjoy the content of this channel and want to support the channel that way, that would be really awesome. And we are also on Redbubble, where you can find our logo on t-shirts and stickers and coasters or whatever, dartboards, whatever you want. I don't know about dartboards. Moving on to the week of the 21st, we have Marvel Masterworks 2-in-1, Volume 4. So we have the Standard Edition and then the Variant Edition. It's got 2 covers. Thor and Loki, Blood Brothers, oversized hardcover. I did an overview of that on the channel if you want to check that out. X-Men Grand Design Extinction. I'll be doing a first look of that. I love that series. That's one of my favorite series that has come out in this oversized format. War of the Realms, Strike Force, Age of X-Men, Marvelous X-Men, Age of X-Men Next Gen. Meet the Skrulls. It's interesting. I've never heard of that series, but it looks pretty interesting. Star Wars Age of Rebellion, The Villains. Star Wars Volume 11, The Scourging of Shu Torun. I hope I'm saying that right. Fantastic Four Collection, Mystery of the Black Panther trade paperback. This is the Epic Collection. And the Mystery of the Black Panther. This collects issues 52 through 67 and annuals 4 and 5. And then material from Not Brand Ek 1 and 5. And then the Hawkeye Private Eye. These are little digest-sized graphic novels. They're smaller and kind of meant for kids. I love that they did this. They've been doing this for many years. I remember they used to put them in the manga aisle for younger audiences, I guess, to take a look at the Marvel stuff. And a lot of them are really cheap. They're like $12.99 compared to the standard-sized trade paperbacks. I think, my daughter is going to review that. She's been doing a little bit of reviews on the channel, but just like her old man. Then we have a new printing of the Grayson Super Spy omnibus. Come on, super sexy. That art is beautiful. Batman King of Fears hardcover. That is, I believe, Kelly Jones, Scott Peterson, and it was a mini-series, I want to say. But it's a standard edition hardcover. Curse of the Brimstone Volume 2, Ashes. Flash by Jeff Johns Volume 6. Still waiting around on the new Omnis. Sandman Volume 11, Endless Night 30th Anniversary. And Wonder Woman Year 1 Deluxe Edition. So Year 1 is getting a Deluxe Edition. You know, like I said, I'm doing a video on the future of DC Deluxe Editions and how, you know, what's going on with them. Are we going to get any more? And we have this material already. By the way, if you don't know what this material is, this is a $30 book that has issues 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, and 14. Plus a story from Wonder Woman Annual 1. It's the Greg Rucka and Nicola Scott. It's the even numbers. And they've already had that collected in the first Rebirth oversized hardcover. So, what the hell? It's only $5 more and you get twice as many. You know what? Not today. At least it's something. As far as manga, for me anyway, is Urusei Yatsura. And that's the new printing of Lum. I love that stuff. It's Rumiko Takahashi. Let's see. As far as others, we have Claus. How Santa Claus Began, Volume 1. Eerie Archives, finishing out the Eerie run, Volume 27. I'll probably do a first look of that. Corto Maltese, The Early Years. This is a prequel, I guess. And I need to jump on that. I've been waiting on the damn hardcovers that never came out, sadly. Spawn Cover Gallery Edition. I believe this was pushed back. Mac Reboy, Master of Comics. Year of the Rabbit graphic novel. Digging that cover. And New World original graphic novel. And then moving on to the last week, the 4th week. So please hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit subscribe. Or think about subscribing. And notifications to let you know when we have live videos. Or just our new videos are up. Age of X-Men, Amazing Nightcrawler, Age of X-Men, Extremist, Captain Marvel Volume 1, Re-Entry, Fantastic Four Complete Collection Volume 2. This is the Jonathan Hickman run. Marvel Visionaries, John Buscema. Star Wars, Dark Visions. This is the Darth Vader book. Collecting Vader, Dark Visions 1 through 5. This is the Dennis Hopeless book miniseries. Thor Epic Collection, Black Galaxy. I love the Epic Collections, as you all know. Wolverine trade paperback, Infinity Watch. I'm really curious to read that. I haven't read it, but I assume... does it explain how he comes back? Because that Return of Wolverine did not. Had a really cool cover, Wolverine with the... yeah, right there. The Infinity Gauntlet. X-Men Milestones Inferno. I've done first views of the Milestone line. Alright, DC Batman Who Laughs hardcover. Harley Quinn Breaking Glass trade paperback. She doesn't get enough exposure. Superman of Smallville trade paperback. All-Star Comics Only Legends Live Forever hardcover. Harley and Ivy Meet Betty and Veronica. That's an interesting... I love these goofy crossovers. Orion by Walter Simonson, Book 2. Still on the fence about that Fourth World and Orion omnibus. Do you all own that? Like, I've always said that my DC started with Crisis on Infinite Earths, but if you all, recommend it, then I do have Commandi, because I have a soft spot for that because of yard sales. Tales of the Batman, the Jerry Conway, Volume 3, continuing that line. Not canceled. Wildstorm, Volume 4. Anybody getting these? I love those first few covers. Like, they had a manga-esque Ghost in the Shell cover look to them. This one still has a little manga-ish look to them, but it's Warren Ellis, and I'm wondering if anybody has been reading these. I'm a big Warren Ellis fan, and I like his stuff when he was doing Wildstorm. Not this series, but Grifter, and then Incognito, and things like that. Nope, that's Ed Brubaker. What was the Warren Ellis, Ryan? Oh, Authority, and Stormwatch. So I'm curious if anybody's been reading this. As far as manga, we have the Card Captor Sakura, the new series. This is Clear Card. We have Best Friends, the hardcover and the graphic novel come out on the same day. The Art of Bravest Warriors hardcover. Yeah, my little girl will be happy to hear that. There's a Clive Barker's New Testament omnibus coming out. But I think this is a soft cover. Disney Comics and Stories, Friends Forever. I like those. I've been getting the hardcovers, so that's what I'll stick with as far as Duck Comics. Frank Thorne's Gita, an Erotic Treasury Archival Edition. Erotic Treasury, huh? Okay. I guess that could be a little bit erotic. I see Red Sonja in there. Grim Tales of Terror hardcover. These look really good. Has anybody been picking these up? Or I don't know if they look good, but I like those covers. Girl in the Bay trade paperback. Jim Henson's Beneath the Dark Crystal hardcover volume 2. That looks beautiful. And I have not read any of that. Has anybody read any of the Dark Crystal hardcover books? I'm very excited for this, even though it'll probably take me years to read it. But it's Lucky Luke is finally getting a complete hardcover collection here in America. It's a French comic book. And I think some of the stuff had been translated before, but now we're getting a complete hardcover collection. Volume 1 comes out that week of the 28th. For the first time in English. Pumpkinheads hardcover and in graphic novel. Skyward Volume 3. Amanda and I really, really liked Skyward Volume 1. I loved Volume 2. Vampire Hunter D Volume 28. These are the novels. Tiger in Winter. Holy crap, 28 volumes. I remember when they first started translating these. So awesome. And Wicked and Divine. Trade paperback Volume 9. I saw they leaked out like Wicked and Divine, the final hardcover, I think. It's going to be like a slipcase hardcover or something. But that is it. That is everything. Let me know in the comments down below what you plan on picking up. Or if it's a light month for you. There's a couple things I want from here, and some things I'm probably going to wait for an omnibus edition of. I hope that they come out. But I'd love to know in the comments down below what you all are picking up. And in the comments, or in the description of the video, I also put like the places that I build this spreadsheet from. This is my personal spreadsheet, and I'm sure there are some things that I left out, especially manga, because I don't get everything, and I think every week there are like 10 to 30 different titles that come out, and this is just... And if you've seen my manga tour, you know the kind of stuff that I collect. It's like an old guy's stuff. So let me know in the comments down below what you all are picking up for the month. Again, this was the Uncanny Omar. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, notifications button. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at NearMintCon. What else? Patreon. Again, thank you to our existing Patreons, by the way. You guys are wonderful. Redbubble said that. I suck at this part. Remember, if it's classy and cool, it must be near mint.